Hi Lumineers, it is 5:30 in Atlanta. I am at home. I was at the office all day today, which was really nice, doing some live streams, practicing that physical distancing. We did live stream with Kundalini Yoga with Lee Malice, and then did a Facebook live stream with Corey Dobbins about building resilience, like gaining some tools on how to step away from fear. And I got some really good feedback on that, where many people got a bumblebee staring at me. Many people were talking about how, with the whole concept of staying inside and doing physical distancing, that they had even fear wrapped around just breathing the air around them because there's so much that is a little mysterious. So, breath work right now is going to be extremely important because when we decide that we can't breathe well where we are, you can hear my neighbors. The music is across the street. The kids are all up and down practicing physical distancing and yelling back and forth to each other. It is the cutest and sweetest thing. Um, so when we decide that we can't breathe well, we do this thing where we start to shallow breathe. And we're really unaware of it. And this is kind of like a survival mode. We lighten our heart rate, we shallow our breath, and it can weaken us because we're not getting enough oxygen. So today we're going to do some breathing exercises, and then I'm going to show you how to make my favorite grapefruit martini, which is the only alcoholic drink I know how to make, unless I'm pouring it out of something. Lauren Bays, you've been on my mind so much. I really wanted to tell you thank you so much for like the cream and the lip gloss. I love that stuff so much, and I want to know where to buy it. Ooh, I'm also doing another live stream tonight at 7:30 with the We Hike to Heal ladies. I have an hour and a half. Actually, they said I can have as much time as I want, so I might take two in teaching the basics on Energy 101, how energy moves through your body, what are chakras, how do you respond to it, what's your trigger methods, things of that nature, so you can understand where you can harness your energy and build it up and make it stronger, or where are you leaking it, where is it coming out of you. And you can go to the We Hike to Heal Facebook page and check that out. You'll see it, it's posted. And I think the cost for tonight is $5. Sign up. What you doing? Ew, I gotta tell you, my daughter is going to be my co-pilot for tonight's class. This will be the first time I'm teaching her about energy, so I'm a little nervous. And she's going to help participate where I can show the dowsing rods, and you can physically see what happens with energy when we give compliments, when we take compliments, and you can watch a person's aura field get bigger and smaller. Yeah, so now you can finally see what I see. Isn't that cool? Hey Simone, how you doing? Mary Anderson, you have just been with us all day, and I so appreciate that. Hi Jesus. Hi Jillian, from the inside of your house in Canada. Hello Canada, we love you. I know you have closed your borders down. Schools are out to September. You guys are really pulling it in strong. I am so proud of you guys. So here we are, homebound, where we can do all sorts of wonderful things. Again, I want to give you guys permission. It is okay to stay positive during times of tragedy. Because the world is having a hard time and there's masses of people having these emotions, you empaths, you sensitive people, you HSPs, highly sensitive peoples, all you clairs out there, clairaudient, clairvoyant, claircognizant, clair with the nose and the taste, one day I'm going to remember it, you are feeling it extremely strong. So hang in there. Choose to make this a positive moment. This is your call to action. This is your so-called battle. Make it a good one. We always want to know how resilient are we, and we don't really figure that out until we're in that hot mess. Guess what, people? You're already guessing it. We're in that hot mess. 2 meditations today, feeling better. Hi, Lori. Lori, that's so nice to hear because I just left my husband laying on the floor. And he's taking these nice, slow, deep breaths. I was like, babe, can I do anything for you? What are you listening to? How can I help? He was like, nope, just doing my best. And I was like, well, that's all I can ask of you is to do your best. He went running to wear his heart rate down because his anxiety was making his heart beat hard. Rod Bravo, I love you. Hi, Regina. Hi, Tabitha. You guys are here. I love it. Hi, Corey Dobbins. I was just talking about you. Hi, Debbie. You caught yourself doing that breathing. I don't know why. Right? It's like this secret undercurrent way of managing where we just slow down and we're only using the top sides of our lungs. And sometimes people shallow breathe their entire life and the bottom part of their lungs actually atrophy. Ooh, I have a guest coming. This is going to get tight in here. Yikes. Oh, you can't see my guest. Here's my guest. This is my cat Panda girl. Hey, Panda. Where do we sign up? So you can go to the We Hike to Heal website or a Facebook page. Go to Facebook, We Hike to Heal. I will find it and I will put it on this link here in our chat thread. And they're charging $5 to sign up. And I can have you all night and we can really talk about energy. It's going to get really, really fun. Hello from Finland again. I love you guys. Hi, Morgan. Only $5. Yes, Ashley. Isn't that great? We Hike to Heal is a wonderful community run by our dear friends, Kenya and Michelle. And they're sponsored by REI, to where they help educate women and women of color to get outside, and they journal outside, and they hit these hard topics of body image and body awareness and health and women's issues. And they were so gracious. They saw one of my classes when I was teaching at Attune and loved the Energy 101 class and wanted to make that happen for everybody in the We Hike to Heal community, where we're talking about the energy of the physical body is big. Yes, you guys are saying you are full of that sensitive energy. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Kurt. I'm wishing you were here because we were supposed to have some events tomorrow and over the weekend. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you, Rod Bravo. The nose clair is clairfaction or clairolfaction. There we have it. And the taste is clairgustation. Am I saying it right? Clairgustation. All of those. The 100th monkey thing, I know you know this, but for those of you who don't, when more than 100 people are focusing on one thing, it's like in church, when we're all praying, when we're singing the same song, in community where we're all learning something, or we're at a funeral and we're all paying homage. All these things, when people get together, when everybody's watching the news at once, and we're all having the same kind of reaction, more than 100 people, it kind of broadcasts this energy like tenfold. So the person next door who's not watching that news or who's not at the church, who's not at the funeral, is having that feeling and thinking it belongs to them and going, oh, look at that, I'm experiencing this new thing, when really it's their radio antenna in their head that is picking up that signal because masses are putting it out. Earth right now. With all of us managing the coronavirus and the corona vacation, we're having these certain set of emotions that we're not normally all on board at the same time with. So those who are sensitive are really going to feel it big. One way we can manage this is breath. So there are 4 parts of breath. My cat is so into this right now. Oh, she's just going to lay down. There are 4 parts to breath, not just the 2 that you're used to, the in and out. There's breathing in, there's holding it and staying full. That's the second part. There's releasing it, and then there's staying empty. So in acknowledging the 4 parts, we can really do some incredible breath work with counting. So to begin with, we're going to do this in 4s since there are 4 parts. Together, we're going to breathe in to a 4 count. We're going to hold a 4 count, release to a 4 count, remain empty to a 4 count. We're going to do this a few times, and then we're going to slowly up it. I'm going to take you from 4, 6, 8 to 10. And then we're going to stay at 10 for maybe 3 breaths. We'll probably do each one for 3 breaths. So just hang in there with me. No matter where you are, if you're just listening in the car, guess what? You can do this one. If you're at work, it's okay. It's a really quiet breathing. It's not loud. So don't worry. Nobody might notice. Or if you're about to go to bed, this is wonderful. Or if you're about to step into like making dinner and you want to do that with really calm energy. Because whenever you're creating something, what's resting in your head and in your heart, that vibration, it is being put into what you're making. Right? So this martini is going to be so good. Okay, here we go. I know you can hear all of everything around. which is perfectly fine because the world is not going to stop for you. So this is a great opportunity to just focus in on the breath. We're going to breathe in through the nose and we're going to breathe out the mouth. So let's start with a 4 count. So just naturally breathe in right now, no counting, and let it all out. We're going to do one more prep breath. Breathe in, let it all out. This next one we're going to breathe into 4. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, remain empty, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, remain empty. We're going to go to 6, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold it strong, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold it real nice and soft. Don't tighten your diaphragm. 6, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold it softly. Let the belly be restful and soft. And release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stay empty. 2, 3, relax the body. We're going to go to 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax those shoulders, hold. Release. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remain empty. Get your body really soft. Calm your heart rate. You're in this. We're going to do 8 one more time. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're holding everything that's good for you, positive and wonderful, and you're holding it nice and soft. 8, and release. 2, 3. You're letting everything go that doesn't serve you, doesn't work for you anymore. And now you're going to stay empty. Feel it in your body, nice and empty, nice and soft. We're going to do 8 one more time. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it nice and strong but soft body. Got it? We're going to let go of everything that you no longer need and no longer want. So let it out the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now remain empty. And in this next breath, we're going to try 10. Be kind to yourself. If you can't get to 10, it's totally fine. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Soften your belly. We don't need to hold anything firm. Feel the love rushing through your body, the life, the oxygen, everything that feeds you. Release. 2, 3, 4. Let everything out nice and slow. Everything you no longer need, you no longer want. Remain empty. Feel that peace inside of your body. So beautiful. So perfect. Stay calm. Breathing in nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing in. 8, 9, 10. Hold it softly. Relax your shoulders. Drop your tongue. Get soft. And then release out the mouth everything no longer wanted, needed, used at this time, strengthening those lungs, loving your lungs, and then go back to a normal breathing pattern. So the goal with this is not only to focus your head, a little bit of monotasking with your breath, strengthening your lungs, bringing in more oxygen, and the ultimate number I want you to reach is 20. Pulling in a breath for 20, holding for 20. You're going to feel your heartbeat during this. And then you're going to let it out nice and slow out the mouth for a 20 count. And you're going to stay empty for 20. This is wonderful to do right before you go to bed. This can trigger your heart rate to soften, not trigger, that's like a really aggressive word. It can help calm your heart rate. When we control our breath like this, it's working the lungs and the diaphragm. So this is our heart chakra and our solar plexus, the green and the yellow guy. The green and the yellow guy are the ones that react the most with anxiety. Pre-anxiety is pretty much the throat, the blue guy. It's you not being able to express, you not being able to forgive, to understand, to interact. It's a delivery truck that just ran over a big branch. So here, when we feel our throat tighten up and everything like this, the energy in our throat's not moving freely. So get a heads up. You can do some breathing exercises because the thing that's coming next is the tension in the heart and the solar plexus that can lead to the anxiety. And then you don't know what to do, and then you might feed yourself things that you don't really want to eat, but that's what you're doing, and you have a crutch. You might be exercising way too much. You might isolate yourself too much. Right now, it's everything in moderation. I mean, everything in moderation, guys. We can get through this. How are you feeling? Oh, somebody did a 2-hour hike today. I am loving that. Yeah, Rika's saying she can even feel the energy in her apartment building. And she had to run away last weekend. My friend Peter Lombardi left New York City and he headed out to Minnesota to his cabin. Ashley, you were with me. That is great. Oh, Valerie, it is so awesome to do the 20 breath count. It's like the edge of your skin doesn't feel so firm. Like when you're breathing, whether you're sitting down or laying down, it's like your whole body just loses its sense of like tension, and it melts away. I like doing it laying down. That's just my preference, or standing. I tend to get uncomfortable sitting. So, you guys are so welcome. Oh, you know what? Oh, good. Corey Dobbins, thank you so much for posting the link to the We Hike to Heal 2020, which I will be on tonight from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. $5 class. We're going to talk all about your energy system. Why, where, how, what's it look like? How's it vibrate? All of that. Now, not like we ever need to use food or drink as a reward, but I told you that during Corona vacation, I would do my best to teach you something new every day. So maybe the breath work was new for you, which you can always resort to on your own. And please, whatever you were doing and whatever you were feeling, share with your kids. Talk to your children. They may not know the words, but they are processing this just like you are. They are feeling it 100% just like you. And if you have neighbors who live on their own, please reach out. You don't physically have to be there to reach out. There's all kinds of technology. Okay, here we go. So when I drink, which is seldom, but it's something that I like Martini. So I use Tito's Vodka. Too bad they're not sponsoring this. Tito's Vodka, getting you through your Corona vacation. I don't know where this came from, but this is the only thing I have. It looks very college-like, doesn't it? I do the shot glass on top, the small one. It is a 1 to 3 with vodka and an orange liqueur. So I do 3/4. There we go. Of vodka, and then I do a 1/4 of, I like Patron. Is that how you say it? An orange liqueur. This will be the first and last time you ever see me mixing drinks on a video. So love this, because it's gonna be it. 1/4. I measure, I'm not that amazing. My husband, when I met him, he was a bartender. He could make anything. Whew. And then for the shocker, if you have fresh grapefruit, please squeeze it and use it now. You can use up to a cup of juice. Half a cup is perfect. If you don't have it, you can use the Simply Grapefruit or fresh squeezed grapefruit juice like Natalie's or wherever you are. But this little place here called Trader Joe's has a nice bubbly, and this is a blood red orange. But I normally buy the grapefruit, but you might have guessed these days it's pretty empty out there. So it's bubbly. I like mine stirred, not shaken. It's so cheesy, but it's true. If you shake it, I do like to put a few ice cubes in there so it stays nice and cold. Give it a good shake and then filter it out, and it is your bubbly grapefruit martini for your Corona vacation. Cheers, Lumineers. Okay, that's really good. I'm going to hang here with you because I want to see if you have any questions about what's going on or how you're feeling. I really want to be a support for you. So are you trying to process something that you can't put your finger on? Do you have a new technique that you would like to share with the community? What's going on with you? Do you love the big like band music across the street? Jimmy Southward, I wish the world had more of you. Oh my God, you are so sweet. Thank you. Your kindness has always caused you to glow with goodness. You inspire me. Thank you very much, Jimmy. It is something I aspire to do, and I really do enjoy it. Ashley, you guys, when I find you one day and we can touch each other, I'm going to squeeze you so hard. You're going to be able to do the 20 count breath empty because I'm going to hold on to you that long. Ashley Bauer, you're an angel at this time. You are the change we wish to see in the world. Mother Earth loves you. Thank you. That is actually one of the sayings I go back to quite a lot. Be the change you wish to see in the world, and ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. How can you step up? My husband said today, when I asked him how he was feeling, I was like, can I do anything? And he was like, yeah, can you change the world? And without hesitation and the most ease of confidence in my words, it was really neat. I looked at him and I go, I can. And he just turned around and looked at me, and I felt it so hard. I was like, I know I'm one person, but I can. And you can. And each and every one of you, you can change the world. And here we are doing it right now. Yes. You guys like the drink? I love citrus fruits. This is the best, especially lemons and grapefruits. Yeah, if you're really into it, you can take the rind and kind of squeeze it a little bit and go around the rim so that when you sip it, you can smell it at the same time. Oh, Jen. Jen Struck and I, we're pulling our minds together and getting a kids class together. We're going to educate parents first and then get into the kid education, and I can't wait for it. Mary Lloyd almost missed it. It happens fast, but you know what's going to happen when we close this chat thread? I'm going to be making these drinks for the people on the street. I need to hit the state-owned liquor store tomorrow. Yes. Oh, God. I love you guys. Okay, Wendy says, I can't get rid of the knot in my stomach. All right, Wendy, you have a physical reaction. So when we're having physical reactions, it means that we've been working with that energy for a really long time, because it takes a lot of effort for the energy to make a physical reaction. So as we know that disease and illness and things that we feel, like the stress, the anxiety, all that, the tension, the tightness, that means that you've been carrying that energy for an extended amount of time before your body just says, man, we can't hold it. It's vibrating at a rate which doesn't work for us. So now we're going to have a physical response. So knots in stomach, breathing works extremely well. My favorite is breath of fire. It's a kundalini breath, which starts out kind of like a pant. Like if you were a dog, open your mouth and pant. You can see my chest moving, but it's actually my belly. Oh my God, you're about to see my belly. Here we go. Here we go. So you really want to pump that navel point pretty strong. It'll really work your stomach muscles. Dyslexia. Stomach muscles. So breath of fire, mouth open. That's how you start. Then close your mouth, and it's going to happen in your nose. So this is really working root, sacral. Ooh, girl, it's working that sacral really hard. That's the orange chakra right beneath the belly button, and that's the one that can hold like sorrow and really deep emotion that you're processing, ancestral, past life, all that kind of thing. And it's probably where you're putting things now that we can't deal with. We're putting it down and mostly to the back. So if you guys are having a lot of back issues right now, not a surprise. So with working the breath work in that area, you can release the knot in your stomach. So stomach is actually related to solar plexus. It's a yellow chakra. So let's look at looking or finding yellow items. Lemons, lemon water. That's some good food that you can add. Think of your body as color coded. So we can kind of do like an energy recipe. You can look at a yellow blouse. You can look at yellow sheets. Stone-wise, you can look at tiger's eye, yellow citrine. I love that stuff. It's delicious. Just plop it into your pocket. Or, Wendy, honestly, take about 3 to 5 minutes, and I'm not asking for anything more. Set your timer on your phone. 3 minutes. And for 3 minutes, I want you to imagine only that. Just imagine and pretend. Do you like this? To go into your head and into your body, and I want you to imagine that you can hold and caress that knot and love it and talk to it and tell it it's going to be okay. And for those 3 minutes, you can help unravel that energy that's building that knot. And then if it's still persisting, it might be to a point now, Wendy, that you have a physical thing such as acid reflux or ulcer. And if that's the case, you need to look at antacids or even looking at apple cider vinegar to level your pH balances. That was a lot of talking for one thing, but I love this. Tabitha has wine, guys! Yay, Tabitha! Cassandra, new to your community, and the energy through your videos has helped me. How powerful we are to hold the light. We are. God, you're wonderful. Yes, we are all powerful, and we can all hold this light. And chats like this are helping us realize every single one of us out there, we're doing the work, but now we get to acknowledge and see each other doing it. Yes, Roxana says it's amazing the amounts of wrong information that are out there. We have about 8 doctors on our street, so from Emory to Grady here in Atlanta, Georgia, so we get a lot of updates. So right now at Emory, we have 20 doctors that have been diagnosed with the coronavirus. And yes, there are 2 strands of coronavirus that are happening out there. And yes, we can survive this. And yes, still keep your hands clean. Don't touch the holes in your body. Well, we can get in all kinds of things. Karen, I love you. We can change the world. Harold, I know my guides are trying to message me. Unfortunately, I can't remember when I wake up. Any suggestions? Love this, Harold. So you already have the inkling that something's happening. That's huge. That right there, I hope that you're doing some like jig or dance, because most of us want that and we don't even know how to take the first step. So, woo, yippee. Okay, now to hold on to it, I like journaling. It does a lot for me. So before you go to bed, if you have questions that are lingering or things or insights that you want, write them down. Doesn't have to be lengthy. Please don't make this long because then it gets tedious and you don't follow through. So just jot them down, read them. After you write them down, go back and read them. You don't need to correct it, just read it. Okay, set it down, think about it again as you're going to sleep. Now, make an intent when you go to sleep. So an intent is like a blessing. It's a direct statement. My bubblies are making me burp a little. So your intent would be, thank you to my angels, guides, friends, relatives, to the gurus beyond who are communicating with me for my highest health, wealth, and purpose. I request to recall, remember, and carry these messages forward into my consciousness. And then go ahead and go to sleep. So intent and words are really wonderful if you can believe in them. The moment that you think, I'm saying this and it's a little weird, guys, it's a moment you're poking holes in it and it's not going to be as strong as it was meant to be. So really find your words and believe in your words when you're making your intent. Because when you're stating it, and maybe you can add a little imagination, like you can see your words and you can see the color of it and what it's doing, you're going to be moving and manipulating that energy to to work for you in the way that you want. My neighbor just found the biggest worm of all times, and his child's about to lose his mind. It's like a snake. It is so big. It's not a snake, though. I hope that helps, Harold. When you wake up and you're right before you wake up, not opening your eyes and jumping out of bed, stay chill. There's this place called the Hypnagogic State, and it's in between sleep and awake. It's that moment right, it's that moment right where you go, oh, I'm waking up. Stay there. Don't go a thought further. Just stay there. Focus on your breath. Get really woo-woo, get really into the energy, get into your emotions. That'll help you stay in the hypnagogic state. And spirit can come in even stronger and continue to give the messages. Your consciousness will be sponge-like, and it can kind of draw from the subconscious or the dream state of where you were and bring it into awake state. That was the other piece. Roxana, I try not to get scared and meditate on the emotions I get every day so I can really identify if they're not mine and release them. Yes, meditate on the emotions. Mine, not mine. Mine, not mine. And you can simply ask yourself that flat out. When you're feeling something, which is a hard discipline, guys, because we're always in a state of emotion. But when something is drawing you out of a normal state of emotion, like a little bit up or a little bit down, a little bit deeper, just go, wait, is this mine? And to be able to clearly get the answer, here's another thing, please listen up. Just stop right here. Is you can identify yes energy and no energy really well. I know you can. You've been using these words since like maybe some of your first words. Now. I know that was my kid's kind of first word. Besides light, the next word was no. So you have a good, strong relationship with them. So let's slow down and look at how do you define them? How do you see them? How do you feel them? So look at the word yes. What does it look like to you? What does it feel like to you? What does it sound like to you? Does it come with instruments, bells? Does it resonate in your head? Does it rest on your shoulders? If it lived in your body, where would it live? The word yes. And really, write it down. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? All of it. And then do the same for no. What does no look like? Where, does it have a color? Does it have a sound? Is it resonating in your head? Does it resonate on your shoulders? Where would it live if it was inside of your body? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does no like? Because once you can identify it consciously, then spirit, who is trying to keep you positive, keep you on track, and give you these messages, can now answer your questions that are yes and no because they know how you do it. Ding, ding, ding. So when you get clear, they get clear, and communication happens a lot easier. Random string that my daughter tied to the ceiling of our porch that I can't get down. Okay. Jenna, I feel like the past and the future is closing in on me and forcing me to only be in the now. Is this what happens when you're close to ascension or realization or whatever you want to call it these days? Jenna, you win. It's also what's happening astrologically as well. There's so much energy upheaval. So around 2015, actually 2012 to 16, but 15 is when it really got big, the Earth changed its heart rate. It changed its beat, it changed its vibration, it changed its magnetic poles. And so here we are resonating in a different way with our living Earth. So we've got that going. And then all of a sudden, everything is speeding up where the world is not operating separate. Our countries aren't operating separately. For the first time in many of our lives, or the only time, we're experiencing this mass engagement where everybody is managing the same thing. So our hearts are linked, our minds are linked, our actions are linked, which is helping us clearly see that we're all one. So now we have that going for us. And now that we're in 2020, we did have this heightened vibration of our bodies. Our DNA is vibrating and changing and growing. Children are being born bright-eyed and perky. My God, they can see, feel, hear, energy, spirit. It is not a trick or parlor thing anymore. It's happening to an everyday person. So we have all of this. And yes, Jenna, it is forcing you to not be able to look so much into the future and sit down and plan everything and do risk management. So all of a sudden you feel a little loose and a little free floaty, that something's going to catch you, but you can't see it, taste it, eat it. And the past isn't doing you any good. So staying present. I mean, look at Eckhart Tolle's work. It's brilliant. I love it. It is a good resource, but you are onto it. It is where we are. Paula, lay it down for me, my friend. Gillespie, I am scared I'll die. Yes, that's really real. I love you for speaking up. Thank you. We're experiencing a lot of people with this same underlining worry and fear. You know, I have people in my life I love that are elder. My grandmother, she's 97. You know, if she gets this, I don't think that she will live long with it. And so it is scary. So here's how I'd like to address it. When we think about things that scare us and we hold it in our line of vision, right in front, right? Paula, when we start thinking about the fear of death and our own death, we hold it here. And then no matter where we look, it's right in front of our eyes and we can't get rid of it. And whatever we're looking at, we're driving towards it. Even if it's not a fact, we're prepping our energy and we're changing who we are to drive what we're looking at. So Paula, my one request is please acknowledge what you're feeling. It's not about hiding it, but let's do our very, very best in disciplining our perspective and taking that fear and putting it to the side and start looking at all the ways that you can strengthen yourself, all the ways that you can support your health, all the things that you can actively do and control towards living. And let's put living healthy and well right in front of your eyeballs. So no matter where you look, you're always looking about how you're about to live. And let's see how that shifts. Let's see how the energy moves off the heart and the solar plexus. I would love to hear back if you choose to take that on to see what that would look like for you. You guys are so beautiful. Mitzi, feeling the copious amounts of fear from others around me, especially my twin brother. I'm not feeling fearful, however, that freaks people out more that I'm not fearful as people want me to be. What do I do with this? It's very true. I find I have more conversations today of, yes, I'm fine. I'm choosing to smile. Today I even second-guessed myself because I got asked by a handful of people, are you sure you're okay? And I was like, wait, they're asking me double time, so maybe I'm not sure? Wait a second, I know myself better than anyone. So Mitzi, you know yourself better than anyone. Yes, we are okay. You are okay. When you're feeling it from others, family members, especially your twin, there's a thing where you can do, I like to call it toilet paper blackout. Are you ready for the toilet paper blackout? This means you take that source that is kind of giving you those feelings that maybe you're not interested in or you don't want to process, and you wrap it with toilet paper. Toilet paper, guys, is white. White is the vibration of all energies. White light is like a smushed up rainbow. So we're going to wrap them in toilet paper, like a little mummy, head to toe. So you're sending them absolute love, compassion, and you're sending them energy that they can use for their own things. It helps kind of blind them, and it feeds them in a way where they're not feeding off of you and needing you to join them. The blackout part is where you imagine a velvety black cloth. So black velvet does not reflect light. It absorbs it and holds it. So when people are shining out because they're insecure and they're worried, that they'll shine out sometimes to get you to react so that they feel better. That's like the personality of cutting everybody down at the knees so that they feel tall. When you put the black velvet over them, they can't reflect anything, so they get to see themselves. It allows them to calm down, to look in the mirror at themselves. So energetically, that is the technique that I do. I toilet paper, black them out. If you're still feeling like you're super attached to them, that they're still digging into you, and you've decided you don't want to think about it anymore, but lo and behold, they keep popping up in your head, then it's time to get the golden scissors out. This means your imaginary golden scissors. But if you do have a pair of golden scissors, my God, take a picture of it. I'd love to see them. Imagine that you are taking something sharp, or maybe it's a crystal, or maybe it's the light from your body or your hands, and you're kind of cutting away everything. You're cutting the news, the words, the worry, and you're cutting all these little cords of connection off of you. And you want to absorb the cords into your body and hold them because that's your responsibility, right? The way that you agreed to connect to those cords is your responsibility. And then the rest of the cord, you want to send it back to its source. Wrap it in white light, toilet paper it, and then blackout. Put the black velvet over it. And now you're cord free, and so you're going to be disconnected from these things, which can do a few things. The source can kind of act out. Hey, where are you? Why aren't you writing back? Why aren't you responding? It felt like you disappeared, because they can feel it energetically. And another thing is you might feel a little lost or like alone or distant because you just let everything go so willingly and free. And it gives you a moment to understand, where are you grounding? Where are you connecting? Right? What are your needs? We can only take care of our own needs. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Sophie Margaret. Jenna Richards. Hey, Shannon, you're here. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, I'm going to look at a few more. Tabitha, she's joking. She says, I bet you never expected a toilet paper shortage, huh? I know. Pretty funny. Jan, keeping it positive. Love it. All right, here's our last one. Shannon. Do you love it? My neighbors are all out and they're shouting back and forth to each other. Shannon Johnson. A lot of empaths are feeling the emotional congestion energy surrounding all of this pandemic. Can we work with this energy to transform it, pull it together like a big cloud of energy, and don't take it in, but send it to a tree root systems with permission, of course, to the earth, and return it to the surface clean and back to the oxygen? Yes, as any color light that resonates with a light worker doing this type of meditation and healing work. It was a cool way shown by my spirit guides the other day. Absolutely. Yes. That was last Sunday. Man, our spirit guides are doing overtime, aren't they? And it's so neat how they're showing us all these ways to help harvest this energy into a goodness, or harvest it into a useful energy. Goodness suggests that there's also badness, so I kind of want to avoid that. So yes, we can use our healing light, our meditation, our imagination, and put a white light around the earth, and then imagine that white light shrinking in, coming through the sky, and filtering through everything on earth, meaning every cloud, every plane, every person in the plane, meaning every kitty cat, Joe kitty, every person, every big worm, tree, into the crust, into the center of the earth. And the earth takes that unwanted, unneeded, that chaos, that emotional congestion energy, and can recycle it and bring it back into life for us. It is a great exercise. I would absolutely suggest everybody do it on a daily basis. It is really helpful for all of us. Okay, guys, you are wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me for our breath work. And knowing that our lungs, ooh, that was probably loud for you, sorry. Knowing that our lungs are strong. Remember, you have so many other techniques. I've been listing them, and I'm going to continue to list them every day during our Corona vacation, guys. We're in it. Let's raise the vibration and stay positive. Remember, this is not woo-woo. This is true. And it's so sweet to wake up with you guys. Take care.